What's going on, folks? It's Nike and welcome to a brand new MyGM episode featuring the Boston Celtics. And as we are back to our winning ways, we got the press conference asking us ridiculous questions. They just want me to talk bad about my players, my staff, or even the owner. But tonight, we are not going to do that. So let's move on and look at the current league leaders in the NBA. And amongst those is D Rose. And of course, I'm showing you guys this because tonight we are going up against the Chicago Bulls. But for now, let's hand it over to Shaq and Ernie.
Here's an intriguing guy that we can talk about, AiiRxJONES, who's established himself as a good defensive player early in his career, but offensively, he's really picked it up now, Shaq.
Anything his team needs, Ernie, he will provide. He can shoot, he can score, he hustles hard, he plays that hard-hat defense. Whatever it takes for his team to win, this guy will do. A true definition of a great role player.
Look at me for 1 second. Don't look at your papers. Spell AiiRxJONES.
Okay, let me see which degree I'm gonna pull from. I'm gonna pull from my street degree. Flalo, don't know how to spell it. AiiRxJONES. Is A, Flalo, don't know how to spell it. Follow, F-O-L-L-O-W, add the L. A-F-L-O-L-L-O-W, AiiRxJONES. Cha-ching, bada bing, bam, got it.
That's a lot of sound effects for a wrong answer. It's almost game time. Let's head out to Kevin Harlan.
Thank you, Shaq and Ernie. And as we're going up against the Chicago Bulls in tonight's game, I was certainly caught a little bit off guard by Shaq and Ernie talking about AiiRxJONES. He is now a new member of the Chicago Bulls, and that is definitely a deadly acquisition right there. Even though he is currently not out there, not part of their starting five, he is going to come off the bench in what I assume is going to be the sixth-man role. So we definitely need to make sure that we're focusing in on him once we have our bench unit out there. But for now, we got our starters out there, and you already know what that means. We need to focus on D Rose, Jimmy Butler, Joakim Noah, and the list just goes on. These Chicago Bulls, they are definitely a stacked team, but so are we. So let's get this win tonight. So far, we are off to a great start, playing amazing defense and most importantly, getting our buckets to go. Marcus Smart and this man right there, Mr. Klay Thompson, they were just on fire tonight. I mean, no matter what the Chicago Bulls were trying to do on defense, Marcus Smart and Klay Thompson, they found ways to get some buckets out there. But is it going to be enough to actually walk away with the win? Because with that being said, I'm basically talking about a 2-on-5 situation right there. But maybe, who knows? Let's just see what tonight's gameplay is going to bring us. And so far, Mr. Klay Thompson, he just cannot be stopped. The Chicago Bulls, they better start double teaming this man or else they are going to walk away with that loss. Klay Thompson taking it straight to the rack against Jimmy Butler right there. And his lockdown defender, it must have not kicked in just quite yet. Says we're now in the second quarter of this game. Marcus Smart, one quick dribble move is all he needs to drive straight to the basket. And look, Joakim Noah, he went out of the way of that poster right there real quick. Yup, he definitely did. So as we are back with the Klay versus Butler matchup right there, we got Klay with one quick post-up move right there. Quick up and under is all he needed to create that extra space to get that layup to go. And as we're now sitting on a 5-point lead, we got that beautiful ball movement right there. And look at Marcus Smart taking it straight to the rack once again. He is definitely showing up in tonight's matchup against Derrick Rose. But talking about the Chicago Bulls, look at them. They went on a huge run towards the end of the first half, actually managing to not only come back, but to also take the lead going into the second half of this game. But for now, we're still in the first, so let's focus on this man right there. Look at D Rose knocking over Rondo and getting that beautiful fadeaway jumper to go. So with around 5 seconds left in the first half of this game, we got D Rose. Oh my goodness, people. This dude is just unstoppable when he decides to go for baskets. Not gonna lie, the only way to stop D Rose is for D Rose to stop himself. But now that we are in the second half of tonight's game, I decided to make one big change. And that change is to switch up my power forward player. We now have Giannis Antetokounmpo playing the power forward spot. and I'm hoping that that mismatch against Taj Gibson or even Pau Gasol, and the list just goes on for the bigs of the Chicago Bulls, is going to give us that edge, because you already know Giannis, he can knock down the three-point shot, aka be the floor spacer that we need out there. So as I'm running another play, we got Giannis pump faking and taking it straight to the rack. Oh my goodness, people! This has to be the dunk of the year for the Greek Freak. Oh my goodness, I'm lost for words right now. That was nasty right there. And as we got Klay Thompson taking it straight to the rack once again, you can see that we are slowly but surely building up a lead against the Chicago Bulls. But of course, nothing is over just quite yet, unless we're playing defense like this. Klay Thompson getting that steal, trying to run that fast break, but look at Aaron Afflalo with that great initial defense. But the Chicago Bulls, they forgot about Marcus Smart, who worked on his three-point shot during the offseason. So now that we are approaching the end of the third quarter and what I thought was going to be our last and final possession, look at Marcus Smart right there. He's not going to run down the clock. He is going to knock down that three-point shot right in your face. And with 5 seconds left in the third, we get another shot to get a bucket to go. And look at Klay! Klay Thompson with a huge three-point shot right there to close out the third quarter. And now hopping straight into the fourth, he continues his domination out there tonight. Nobody has been able to stop Klay Thompson. And of course, the same can be said about Marcus Smart, but the move that made us win tonight's game is definitely this guy right there, adding Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo into our lineup. And talking about this guy, look at him going up against D-Rose right there, not taking it any further in the post, but finding Andre Drummond all alone underneath the basket, and that is an easy bucket right there. And with the game clock winding down towards the end of the fourth quarter, we are walking away with the win. Unfortunately, not with a made half-court shot. I'm still waiting for that to happen. Hopefully it's going to happen soon. I guess if there's anyone who can make it, it must be Klay. But look at his stats towards the end of tonight's game. 28 points. That is ridiculous considering that we are playing on 8-minute quarters. And overall, we definitely played a great game against the Chicago Bulls. But with that being said, that is it for me and for tonight's episode. Stay classy, folks. Cheers, Nike.